How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane. I'm here to give you another Yashahime Princess Half Demon episode review recap. It is season 2, episode 29, and it's called The Girl Named Rion. That's Rion. See? If you remember last episode, the princesses got through the barrier. Initially, Moroha did first. She got to see her mama and papa. Best moment. End up freeing the twins from the little dreamscape. Find out who their mom was. We find out who Rion is. We find out at the very end that the thing that she's holding is a Kyokon jewel. And that's what leaves us right here, right now. So, before I do anything, if you're new here, please give me that like and subscribe. And if you're old here, please give me that like. So, we find out that trapped within Mount Musubi, it's Rions Soul. Now, I believe, if my Japanese is correct, Musubi technically does mean spirit, so Mount Spirit. And also, if you pay attention to like the drawn back, like the view of the landscape, Mount Musubi kind of looks like a person. Like there's a face and there's like a kind of a cuddle kind of thing there, so that's pretty interesting. But she longs for peace. Her soul longs for peace. She asks Setsuna to sever the thread. Oh, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. She wants that thread that's connecting her to her father to be severed. But she has again offered them the Kyokin root, and you know, many apparitions have come to try to grab the root, but ultimately they're eaten up by the barrier. It is the ultimate weapon. It absorbs and it expels lots of demon energy. As a matter of fact, it is the one thing that Kirinmaru fears. Toa asks if she's sure about letting him have it, and Moroha, you know, saying it'll put him at a great disadvantage. You know, she said her father is obsessed with finding someone strong to fight, and we do get a nice little flash of seeing Kirimaru, and we get the silhouette of, the great dog demon, Papa Inu, and she wants someone. He wants someone that is not only strong but has a kind heart and understands what they must, let go of, which obviously they passed. All of them passed. Granted, the quarter demon wasn't affected by it, so forget all that getting rid of stuff. She hasn't even gotten her parents back. Anyway, a bunch of demons are coming in because they can just smell the Sesshomaru's kids. At this point, I guess they're doing what they should have did in the first season. It's like everybody's like, "Ooh, Sesshomaru's kids are around here. We can smell the half demon." So they get these 5 just random demons walking in, and of course Riku's his cutlass cuts right there. He says, "You guys are just." He basically dresses them down. You're lowly. You don't deserve an audience with Lady Toa. And before they can even attack, dude cuts all their heads off instantly. And he's saying, why to give you enough time to deal with getting the Kyokon route, I'll just take care of all the small fries. And there's just nothing but a line of eyes in the tree line. So he's got a fight ahead of him. Or does he? We'll find out in a moment. Excuse me. The funny thing he did say is they even die lowly. They kind of remind me of Byakuya Kuchiki. But anyway, um, he can't even actually enter the mountain himself anyway, so that's fine for him to stay out there. Toa asks if Rion is sure about them, taking the Kyokon route and actually stopping her dad. She says she died 600 years ago. She's already been dead, and her father refused to acknowledge that death, so he trapped herself there. Which we get a lot in this episode in particular. We get a lot of characters repeating some things like, "You were trapped here. You're already dead." It's kind of like, I get it, but stop. Also, a small complaint I have. I do enjoy, seeing the characters and like, "Oh, this is such and such." I don't like seeing it for Toa, Moroha, and Setsuna every damn time. Like, we see them every week. Do it for everybody else that we don't see. Stop doing it for them because obviously the sub people here can't keep up. They don't know how to layer a name with what's being said at the same time. They do a pretty bad job at that. I digress. So apparently her astral self is trapped there at Mount Musubi. He's used a dream butterfly to talk to her, and the girls are equally amazed as they are appalled. his selfishness is too much for a bear. She wants to go to the afterlife, and she wants them to, stop his ambition of turning the world into the degenerate age. He's able to go across all the corners of the world except beyond space and time itself. Which Toa finally gets something right and says, "Oh, I'm assuming he means the future where I'm from." He wants to capture the spirit of Kuru, the thing. Now, here's an interesting thing about this episode. They're finally mentioning old stuff from season one. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgotten about because a lot of this stuff has fallen off. But I'm glad whoever's writing this has not forgotten. Shomer was supposed to capture that guy and he didn't. The little demon with the pinwheel. Apparently, you use Akuru to make the windmill of time move, and you make the windmill of time move, you stop the world of the living from being. And Rion doesn't want that to happen. She loves, the flowers, the birds, the bees, the trees. She likes all that stuff, and she can't imagine, her father doing that to the world that she loves. So that's why she wants them to stop them. Me suspects that he wants to do all this because she dead. That's just my guess. Now, Toa does try to, hug her, but, she's a spirit, and she's kind of shedding some tears, saying, you went through a lot of this for 600 years, you bared this burden. And even Rion's like, you're going to cry for me? That's touching. Her sister, Setsuna's just like, she's still Kirimaru's daughter, don't be so trusting. She says, well, that regardless of all that, it's still pretty sad, which I see Toa's side. Pardon me, but on the same side, I see where Setsuna's coming from. Like, sometimes Toa comes off as a super cookie cutter shonen protagonist at times. Like, and this is strange given the fact that she's technically a female protagonist, which is interesting given that it just dawned on me this is a female led anime. It's pretty decent. It's not poopy by any means necessary, but sometimes she comes out kind of cookie cutter. It's weird. I don't know if she gets that part from Ren. That seems more like her own personality kind of thing. So, regardless, Setsuna is able to see the red strings that are all around them. She can see the string from Shion going into the sky. She makes mention of this. And Shion's like, that's probably the evil bonds that connect me to my father. And Setsuna just makes note, hey, I'm able to see, threads ever since I got this new Naginata, which everyone recognizes as the, Yukari no Tachikiri, which is very interesting because it was just made. This thing was just made, yet everyone knows what it does. Now, unless this weapon was made centuries or eons ago before and was lost to time, and then TurtlesAndTentacles just said, hey, I'm going to make another one. Boom. Who knows? Or maybe spirit world with demons and apparitions works kind of like an instant messenger. The Yukari Tachi no Kiri has been made. Send. I don't know. But anyway, Setsuna is going to do her best. Rion asks her humbly to cut it. She's like, sure. She takes a swipe because if she can't free her, she won't be able to save Ren. And when she does cut it, she cuts the dream butterfly. Now, not just any dream butterfly, which is important to make note that there are different looking dream butterflies in this series. This one is the one that we always saw in the opener for first season. It's red with kind of a little bit of purple, kind of a little bit of blue and black. She cut the dream butterfly that connected her with her father. So instead of her cutting, the string, she did cut something. She didn't cut the right thing, but she did cut something. And Kirimaru actually opens his eye, sitting on his throne, and he's like, are you saying you find your father's love annoying, Rion? It's pretty interesting, because she does have a moment where she doesn't even call him father. She calls him father in here. She calls him Kirinmaru in the part that's coming up right now. So the cocoon she was in fell. And, we see that something looks kind of like a Shikigami. And all the girls are like, what the heck is this? Well, just like we saw with Kikyo, it is a shell to hold in her spirit. It's made from, of course, grave soil and bones. Same thing Kikyo was made out of. And they ask a lot, I even put in my notes already, they ask a lot of dumb questions like, oh, like they're just asking rhetorical questions, but I digress. we see I don't know if it's the leftover energy from Kirimaru with the barrier and everything, because he's able to split himself like that, or if it's actually him, but he's saying, no, Rion, it's dangerous to go out there. Just an energy version of him grabs her, pulls her back into it, and she's not happy. She's like, I've already been freed before. I am not staying here. You're not gonna keep me down like this. I'm gonna move freely then. And we start seeing cracks all over this artificial body, and suddenly it becomes the Rion that we see before us, able to move and articulate. So essentially, she is now Kikyo. But I guess she wants revenge on her dad. She just wants his evil ambition to be stopped, and she wants to be able to pass on. She actually wants to pass on, unlike Kikyo, who kind of just seems like a wandering grudge at times. But I even note here, I'm wondering if he's just actually really heartbroken about her dying. Like, I don't think she died. I don't think she was dead when Papa Inu had his fight with Kirimaru. I wonder what happened sometime afterwards. Because there's something else that happens in this episode that kind of leads a little bit of credence to that. And I also put in my notes here. Kind of seems like the manga. If you haven't seen the manga seems like it's slightly better structure wise, with Moroha and Setsuna kind of sort of being raised together. Even the manga notes that this series is a spinoff. So I wonder if spinoff means something different from sequel. Maybe it's a Dragon Ball GT situation. I don't know. The original creator, her name escapes me at the moment. I think it's Rumiko Takahashi. She's all on board with this, so who knows? But this is a feudal fairy tale, as our eye catch, back from commercials has told us. And in the clouds with all the thunder, Sesshomaru's flying with Jockin on top of him, and we see a Kuru just bouncing around with that pinwheel. And Jockin's like, "Yo, there he is, little Sesshomaru." Like, "Don't worry about that. I ain't got time for that." And Jockin's even going, "Don't you intend on doing what Kirimaru?" Just Jockin being Jockin. Of course, Sesshomaru is going to do whatever the hell he wants. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure if Sesshomaru wanted to catch him, he would have been able to catch Akuru long before we saw that in season one, where Akuru was just jumping around. I'm pretty sure Sesshomaru could have done this anytime he wanted to. So, Rion uses the Kyokin root, the thing that we saw before with the blue jewel in it. She's using it to take down the barrier. She's absorbing all the energy, which is causing tons of wind blasts, and we get something that stirs underneath them on top of the barrier being gone, which is made visually present at the opening gate. So the Kyokan root turns into a flute, and Rion plays it. She cries, and she's saying so long to her father, which means this is how she was connected to him. Now that she's gone, I thought it meant that she was gonna die. She's not gonna die. She's not gonna die in this, because she gives the flute to Toa, who doesn't. She's like, I don't know how to use this. Once you play it, you'll understand. But she also wants to travel with them. Of course, they say yes. She's Rion. She's nice. She's cute. She's on their side. Why don't we need another princess? She technically is another princess. So apparently, all the demon energy that was amassed in that barrier had become this giant demon spirit. Or Rion might have also surmises that possibly her father put that thing there just in case she tried to leave or someone tried to pull her out. And this thing looks like, pardon me, it's like a red, blue, green, yellow. It looks like dinosaur bones. It has like four heads. It looks like dinosaur bones. And it's pretty dang powerful, because the girls are all running. Toa has Rion on her back, and she's telling her, play the flute. So she plays the flute. It turns into this sword. We get some nice backstory on these weapons real quick, because Yashahime loves talking about its weapons. Actually, Inuyasha loves talking about its weapons too. Continuing the tradition, it becomes this very Chinese-inspired Eastern sword called the Zansenkin. It pairs with Kirimaru's blade, known as the Bakusenkin. Apparently, the god Amasumi Kabushi. I don't know if that's an actual god, but Bushi does mean star, so That guy came down from the heavens and bequeathed both of the blades. Didn't have handles, but both of the blades. So the blade has apparently been with her the entire time. But after she plays a little flute tune, like she's the Green Ranger, she gets this sword, and it's able to absorb rather quickly one of the green energy blasts. So she feels her demon powers rising. Setsuna and Moroha, they're like, "Oh, we're not gonna let you beat us there, Toa." Toa's like, "Let me take care of this one." Cool, do your thing. In one swipe, she gets rid of the thing. Actually, well, more than one swipe. She does a double Azure Dragon Wave, which, again, whoever wrote these last 2 to 3 episodes certainly has not forgotten what happened in the first season. Good. I wish I could. I wish my Japanese when it comes to reading was a lot better because whoever in the credits did the writing for this, good job. You're not forgetting anything. The Azure Dragon Wave just overtakes this thing. This thing's dead. This thing's gone. We get the yay high fives all around. Of course, Setsuna doesn't say yay, but she does the high five begrudgingly. And more and was her name? Rion's like, yeah, you took this thing out, you did that, you can beat my dad. And Moroha, sweet Moroha, is basically saying, yo, your dad's way stronger than that. I think it's gonna take a lot more than just having this thing to beat him. And everybody else is just kind of being positive about it, but Setsuna's like, yo, he killed me, so I can't even disagree with that. Rion apologizes on behalf of her father, and they're trying to tell her, look, you said you're going to face him yourself, right? You don't have to take on every bad thing that your dad has done. But even Rion probably knows for sure, just like I have a feeling. Kirimaru's probably done all this crap because he wants his kid back, or because he wants to be in a world where she doesn't die and pass on, which makes him instantly a more interesting villain, in my opinion. Gives him more of a reason for his power. So, as the girls walk out, Papa Sesshomaru shows up, and go again. They call him Sesshomaru. I don't know if this was Moroha saying Sesshomaru, but they still don't call him Dad. I hope that was Moroha saying it. I was too caught up in the fact that he just showed up and he asked Setsuna, have you mastered the Naginata? Can you cut the thread? She said, I missed the target when I tried to do it just a minute ago. Oh, okay, cool. Takes out the Tenseiga, which Moroha is easily able to see is the Tenseiga. And a green dream butterfly comes off of Setsuna. That's why I said the color of the dream butterflies matter. It seems like they vary based on person to person. And everyone is just like, whoa, dream butterfly. Everybody but, of course, Sesshomaru and Jokin. And Jokin has to tell him, yeah, the dream butterfly possesses you, Setsuna, because it takes your dreams and everything and keeps Ren alive and stops the silver scale curse from overtaking her. It keeps her alive through the curse. And Sesshomaru asks, what do you want to do? I can cut this. You can start sleeping again. And Setsuna says, I want to save my mother. Sesshomaru goes, cool, and cuts that butterfly in half. Which, if I didn't know Sesshomaru like I did, in my mind I'd be like, why would you do that? She could stay awake the whole time, train some more. This puts a timer on her. As soon as the dream butterfly was cut, the tree goes from blue to red. And Ren sheds a tear. She probably sheds a tear because she knows about her kids are about to go through some more trials because now she has a time limit. Shermaru says you can go to sleep again, but you don't really have time to sleep. You got to break this curse. Only you. Was it? I believe Setsuna says, "Can I break the curse?" And Sesshomaru gives a very Sesshomaru answer, going, "You got to find out on your own." And then he asks Moroha, "Did you see Inuyasha?" And Moroha goes, "Wait, how do you know about that?" And he goes, "I see," and flies off, just like the tuxedo mask meme, where it's like, "My work is done, but you haven't done anything." He's just like, "You see Inuyasha? How did you know about that?" "I see." Woo! I'm gone. I did a lot of cursing in my notes. I won't do it here, but wow. So we go back. It is now daytime. A dead demon body is thrown into the river. Oh, it's done by Riku, who's sitting on top of a pile of bodies. He basically he can take care of small fry pretty easily. Although I will not lie, I do like watching anime, even though the character can beat up all of these small fry enemies or demons or whatever. I do enjoy watching sequences like that from time to time. And the last thing that comes to my mind is Sasuke and Shippuden when he took on 100 ninjas by himself. Didn't kill them either, as noted by Orochimaru. So Riku though he killed these guys. These guys are gone. And as our princesses come around the corner, he sees Rion. Rion sees him. He's like, "Whoa, Lady Rion!" She's like, "Riku, is that you?" She gets up off of Toa. They come over. She hugs him. He's like, What are you doing here?" You know, he thought she was dead. No, she just got freed by the girls over here. They got the Kyokon root and all this other good stuff. And Riku covers his eyes. This starts a gear in my head, and I'll tell you about the gear in a second. Actually, I need to write this down. Gear. I will remember what that means. He covers his eyes, and I'm like, well, what's, why are you covering your eyes? Because Toa's the one that spotted him first. I'm connected to Kirimaru. Anything I see in here, he sees in here. And she's like, oh, is that right? Okay. So she moves his hand, cups his face, looks like she's going to kiss him. And she shouts at him, Kirimaru, we freed Rion. You got a problem with that. Come see us. We ain't gonna run from you. Challenge us anytime. We got you. And of course, Kirimaru does the one of these, opens his eye, and he gives the very iconic Omoshiroi. Interesting. He's like interesting. He's seeing the gall on him. He's like, I'm not gonna go at you yet. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. So I have mixed feelings about Riku. But Riku says, you know what? I'll take Lady Rion with me for a while. You guys said you're gonna end up challenging Kirimaru, right? She can't really fight she can't fight, and she's gonna slow you down. I'll take her with me. Don't worry, she'll be okay. And he does a little thing with his earring with the cutlass. I like that new look of that it has something hanging from it instead of it just being there. Boat comes around. He picks her up. I enjoy the fact that she has a good relationship with Riku, which means she's probably always have been nice to him. I have mixed feelings on him. This is where my gears in my head are turning. He wants Zero to be back to her normal self. But he can't see Zero because Zero says she'll kill him because he's a two-way radio to Kirimaru. I don't think he will try to hurt Ren. He will try to hurt Rion, not on purpose. I'm just interested in where his allegiances fully lie. Because he likes Rion for sure. He was doing all this stuff for Lady Zero. He definitely has a thing for Toa. I can see that this boy gonna die before the end of this series is over, unless they pull some type of loop-de-loop double knot thing. I don't know. Maybe Setsuna cuts his thread to Kirimaru, even though technically he is more or less Kirimaru, like a form of him. It's Naraku rules going on here. I'm surprised Kirimaru just doesn't like grip his heart or something to make him weaker. Who knows? Setsuna falls to the ground. Everyone's, Toa and Moroha's like, what's going on? She's like, oh no, I can't move anymore. And she passes out. She's asleep. So it looks like, 15 to 16 years worth of sleep is going to catch up with her right now. And of course, Toa's freaking out. And Moroha's like, well, Sesshomaru did just cut her dream butterfly. She's probably just asleep. And Toa's being dumb Toa, like, she's never going to wake up again. Of course she's going to wake up, you idiot. Literally what Moroha said. Of course she's going to wake up. Stop being loud. Let her get some sleep. And that's the end of our episode. Next week, we're going to get some of the Moroku family. We're going to see Setsuna looking all pretty and dolled up in the kimono. That's going to be interesting to see. Yeah. So, I'll get to my rating first, and I'll explain myself. My rating for this, 4 out of 5, just like last week. Not particularly average. Nothing super spectacular happened. But I deeply appreciate not forgetting, picking up plot holes that were just dropped. The importance of a Kuru. Why he even wanted a Kuru? Okay, what about the windmill? Why do you want the windmill? What is this age of degeneracy that we keep hearing about? Okay, that's why he wants to do it. He hasn't come out and said it himself why he wants it, but it's pretty damn obvious why he wants it. I appreciate all that. I also appreciate Sesshomaru going, alright, guess what, Toa? You're pretty much Naruto. I'll take care of this for you. Cut the butterfly. By the way, Setsuna, tick tock, tick tock. Oh, I actually haven't watched TikTok, TikTok. You got to figure this out soon, which I appreciate because now it won't have us the viewers going, man. Wonder when she says she's gonna do this. Well, now they have to write. That silver scale is gonna get bigger and bigger. Probably the next time the twins go and see their mom, it's probably gonna be bigger. So get a move on, Setsuna. I fully expect something else to happen featuring this, maybe in like 5 to 7 episodes. That's what I'm assuming. I'm probably going to forget what I'm saying right now because I generally just watch and try to enjoy while vigorously taking notes. But yeah, 4 or 5. That's why I land. The best moment of the episode was Rion taking back her agency and just taking that cocoon prison and just making it what she needed it to be. Good for you, Rion. Um, Best moment, but for me, my favorite moment was just Sesshomaru being like, "Hey, did you see the thing? Wait, how'd you know about the thing? Bye." Favorite moment. That's my favorite moment. Let me know what your favorite moment is down in the comment section. If you have gotten this far, please let me know your favorite moment. Uh, if you be so kind, give me a like. I already asked you for a comment, so subscribe if you haven't subscribed. But if you are subscribed, hit the notification bell. Do these every Saturday. Share the video so others can see what a great time we're having talking about Yashahime. You might even get more glimpses of my Powerline shirt. I digress. I deeply appreciate each and every one of you showing up. Thank you for taking some of your time to spend time with me. As always, be good, be blessed. Wash your hands. If you're going out this Halloween weekend, please be safe out there. Be good to yourself and be good to others. Either way it goes, don't be a jerk. And I will definitely see you next time.